Alright, how do I feel about the martial arts? I like to think that I have a unique viewpoint on what martial arts is, what it stands for, and all the other good stuff. Semi-unique. It's, first off, it's not just something that you do. It's something, try to say, it's not something that I do. It's something that I live. It doesn't just, to me, it doesn't just mean doing the punching, the kicking, and the moving around. It's just not physical. A lot of people tell you it's a spiritual aspect to martial arts as well. Those who say it aren't lying, not to me anyway. So basically, it's the way that I live. It's the way that I hold myself. It puts me under a code of ethics that I choose to follow, and I choose to put on my back, and I choose to carry. It's of a higher code of ethics than mostly everybody else. I hold myself to a higher caliber. Not to say that I'm over anybody, not to say I'm better. Is that there are some things that I don't do and that I will do strictly because I am a martial artist. That's the way I live. There are things that I will read, things that I will study. There are things that I will feed into my mind, feed into my spirit because I'm a martial artist. It's not just about, let me reiterate, it's not just about the punching, the kicking, the hurting somebody, or the putting on the show. All the other stuff is just for fun. It's fun to fight if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you probably won't enjoy it so much. It's fun to put on the show if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to get embarrassed. But that's just fun stuff. The martial arts, the martial aspect of it is, to me, all about making yourself the best you that you can be. In other words, making me the best me that I can be. So the studying that I do is part of my discipline. The things that I contemplate on, think about, is part of my discipline. The way I train, that's part of my discipline. And all that's connected to me to be as a martial artist, to me being a martial artist. So it's a whole circle. It's not just part. It's not just the yin, it's not just the yang, it's the yin and the yang.
My name is Alexander Bush. No relation to George Bush. Look way better than him. Everybody calls me Alex for the most part, and a few other names, good names, positive names that you'll probably hear along the way. So pretty much my name is Alex. As far as what I do for the martial art community, well, I train in it obviously so I can make sure that whatever I do is of quality and is real and is as pure as possible. I teach. I have a mentor program, and in the mentor program, I teach capoeira to young men, to young guys as part of the mentorship. You know, something to give them a physical workout, a sense of discipline. I really teach it for fun so they can enjoy themselves. And right now, that's where I'm at as far as implementing some type of input into the martial art community.
Hey, how long have I been doing martial arts? I've been doing martial arts officially for 15 going on 16 years. My dad taught me a few basics when I was a little kid, and actually held up once he put me into a kung fu school. Started off in Long Fence Kung Fu down in Miami, Florida, at a school called Kung Fu Connections. Did pretty well there. Pretty much all the students and the teachers and the Sifus, you know, they enjoyed how well I was at the art. After that, I moved to Marietta, Georgia. I continued training on my own for a while, only for a couple of years. And I guess you could say I took a sabbatical from training once I started working and going to school, you know, trying to go to college and whatnot. And but afterwards, I picked it up, and I was like, picked it back up by the time I was 20, 21, 22. And most of it didn't leave me, so I never really lost anything. So I just kept going at it ever since. But overall, 15 years. First met Carnell. I met Carnell somewhere out in College Park, somewhere around that area. There was a guy named Judah. There's a guy named Jay that we call Judah. He told me about Carnell a little bit. And okay, you know, cat does Jeet Kune Do. He said he was pretty good at it. Okay, cool. Now I do a little JKD too, so I was looking forward to meeting this guy. When I saw him, came into the house. We was gonna go over like a small little project. Came into the house. I was like, this goofy dude, man, with the big ears and him. Man, I would judge a book by its cover. I was taught, never to underestimate your opponent or underestimate anybody. So I was like, okay, it was kind of goofy, whatever. But when I touched him, I felt his energy. Energy told me something different. Wasn't so goofy. Saw what he could do. As far as his kicks, saw his movement. I see his martial body language. I said, okay, this guy, you know, he has some good training. He's not bad at all. So my first impression of him was he's a goofy martial artist, you know. But the man got skill. Man got heart. Man has a head on his shoulder. And him and I, we think along the same lines as far as some of the things we would like to do with the art, or some of the things that we would like the art to do for us. So, good cat. Never had any negative impressions on him. Still don't now. So far, so good.
Alright, the current projects I'm working on, I'm only working on 2. That's the mentor program that I had mentioned a couple of times before, which is actually a rites of passage program. I can explain it, but it's probably not the time to do so. That's one project. Pretty much finding, what is it, Decatur? No. Some school in Atlanta. I ain't gonna say the school. And the other project, one thing I'm working on with Carnell actually, it's a real simple fight scene. You know, I put like a little story behind it. Not really my thing, because I don't do the acting, and since I'm in it, I'm driven to act or anything like that. I just want to fight. That's it. I want to fight for real. I want to fight for fake, and if I fight for fake, I want to put on a fantastic show. I want everyone to watch it over and over and over and over and over again. Right? So this project will be soon finished, and then you will go on YouTube, probably more than likely both on my page, which is Mr. Lyrics 83, as well as Carnell's. Don't know Carnell's page. I mean, you can probably put it at the end of this trailer, you know, put it in words and whatnot. You can read it for yourself, write it down, take a picture, text it to yourself. I don't know what you do these days, just do what you do. And so that's it. You know, at some point in time, hopefully within the next few weeks, you'll be able to see me in action, you'll be able to see my body movement, see Carnell movements, and see if I know what I'm doing, if I don't know what I'm doing, or if you want to see if it's a good show, you can judge it. You know, write your comments off. Good, bad, right or wrong, anything in between, I appreciate it. Alright, so that's it. For that.